Teacher talking sports, what it does, what it do, how we live. And despite a messy exit, when you name the best Nuggets players in team history, Carmelo Anthony has to be near the top. The third overall pick in 2003, Carmelo played 7.5 seasons for the Nuggets before publicly requesting a trade off the team, which was granted. He then played for the New York Knicks, so somewhat of a messy exit. But his number 15 jersey was worn all over Denver, and that number 15 is still worn all over Denver, although it's not because of Carmelo Anthony. Let's get into this via SI Fan Nation. Inside the Nuggets, Carmelo Anthony blasts Denver Nuggets for giving Nikola Jokic number 15. So Denver Nuggets star Nikola Jokic was given number 15 before he became the NBA legend he is now. That number, of course, belonged to Carmelo Anthony first, who said during the latest episode of his 7 p.m. in Brooklyn podcast that it was a petty move by Denver to give it away. It was a petty maneuver, Anthony said. It wasn't like, oh, we got numbers to choose from. It was like, here, you got 15. Now I'm gone now, so I'm 7. Now 7 is the new thing. 15 has actually been retired by the Knicks. 2 players, Dick McGuire and Earl Monroe. I'm in the Mecca. I'm back. I'm in it. It's a God's number. So I'm not even thinking about 15. I'm just thinking this is a chapter of my life. I didn't go to Denver for about 2 years after that. 2 seasons because of lockout and the scheduling and all that crazy right? So now I'm seeing Denver 15. I'm like, is going on? 15, the disrespect in you offering that showed me that you just wanted to erase everything that came prior to that right there. But what I believe is that they gave him 15 to try to erase what I did. When you think of 15 in Denver now, to this generation, you think the Joker. And there's nothing towards that. It's just, it was 2 different generations. So that just goes to show me that you're not past that moment. This is 2010. This is 13 years ago. So if you are, you're holding on to something that was 13 years ago. Well, a couple things here. So yes, he wore 15 with the Nuggets, moved to 7 with the Knicks. If we look at Denver's uniform numbers, there was actually a player who wore 15 even before Jokic. So Carmelo was traded to the Knicks in 2011. So a little more than 2 years later, Anthony Randolph, who played something like 42 games for the Nuggets, was given the number 15 in 2013-14 season. And then when Nikola Jokic was drafted in 2015, he was given the number as well. I've seen a lot of people commenting on like certain social medias talking about this, how, oh, Nikola Jokic is a much better player than Carmelo Anthony, blah, blah, blah. Which, yes, he is. I wouldn't say much better, but he's definitely better, sure. The thing is, when they drafted him, they took him in the second round. They had no idea he was going to become who he was. Nobody did. That's why he was a second round pick. So, that almost shows that they were willing to give it to anyone because they had no idea that he was going to become what he did. And Anthony Randolph actually played for the Knicks for like 17 games, and nobody expected him to do anything. He averaged like 4 points maybe with the Nuggets. We take a look at Melo's career numbers. Again, played with the Nuggets from 2003-04 to 2010-11. A little more than halfway through that season, traded to the Knicks. And has 564 regular season games, 24.8 points, 6.3 rebounds, 3.1 assists, shooting 45.9% from the field. 4 times averaged over 25 points per game with Denver, and actually a 5th if you count the 50 games in 2010-11. So definitely one of the best scorers in team history. When I did my NBA Mount Rushmore about a year and a half ago, I'd say, 4 best players in each franchise history, and I only looked at NBA. I know the Nuggets were also an ABA team. I had the 4 best as Melo, Joker, Dan Issel, and Alex English. So I had Carmelo as one of the 4 best players in team history, and let's say Jamal Murray were to surpass one of them, I think Issel would have been the 4th guy. So clearly one of the best players in franchise history, but he did publicly ask for that trade. He wanted off Denver. We've seen Vince Carter not get his jersey retired by the Raptors, and he's been off the team a lot longer than Melo has been off the Denver Nuggets. I'm trying to see how long Vince Carter played for the Raptors. He played 6.5 seasons for the Raptors, so pretty similar. About a season less than Melo played for the Nuggets. And also Ray Allen. Ray Allen played 6.5 seasons for the Bucks, was traded to Seattle, and he didn't ask to be traded. It was a trade that brought the glove Gary Payton to Milwaukee. And right now we see 34 worn by the Greek Freak, which was Ray Allen's number in Milwaukee. Ray Allen's a Hall of Famer, and he actually played his most regular season games with the Milwaukee Bucks. And there have been other teams to retire 2 jerseys. I mentioned the Knicks. Number 15 is retired twice, Earl Monroe and Dick McGuire. And the Portland Trailblazers have the number 30 retired twice, so it wouldn't be unprecedented to retire 2 players with the same jersey number. But anyhow, what are your thoughts? Do you think the Nuggets were being petty, giving Joker that number 15? A little odd that he's mentioning it now, being that the Joker's in his 9th NBA season. And as I mentioned, Anthony Randolph also did wear the number, which goes to show that they were pretty much willing to give it to anyone. Anyhow, don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to subscribe. Like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.